Hello and good afternoon. I'm James Preston reporting to you live from 𝐊𝐚𝐥𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐞 studios, and it's lunchtime here in Sydney, and that of course means it's time for the mid-market pulse. In this show we'll take a look at the Australian share market performance by the midday trading session. We'll also explore the biggest winners and losers of the day, and lastly, in our final segment, we'll have a focus on stocks that have grabbed headlines so far in today's trading. So without further ado, let's get started on Australian shares, which have traded in the negative territory by midday as the broader market is dragged by the gold and energy sectors on the back of weaker commodity prices. Today's fall in the Australian market has shot up the volatility levels, making AVIX to trade above 3%. As we know, the Cboe Volatility Index, or VIX, is a real-time market index representing the market's expectations for volatility over the coming 30 days. The global share markets also failed to add any positivity in the domestic market sentiments. The US shares closed mixed, while global equities retreated from record highs on Tuesday. The Dow Jones closed 0.76% down, while the S&P 500 was down 0.34%. The Nasdaq Composite was mildly up by 0.07%. Meanwhile, Bitcoin also tumbled 17% to its lowest level in a month, as El Salvador's crypto launch started on a rocky note. On Tuesday, the Australian equity and currency market witnessed selling pressure after the Reserve Bank of Australia stuck to its plans to taper its bond buying program. The RBA surprised market players by cutting its bond buying by 1 billion Aussie dollars a week to 4 billion Aussie dollars. On the positive side, the central bank decided to extend the length of the program as the economy still struggles with COVID-19 lockdowns. Overall, domestic investors are keeping an eye on upcoming domestic labour data. A few ASX listed shares going ex-dividend on Wednesday include health supplements company Blackmores, supply chain logistics company Brambles, and health insurance provider Medibank and human resource consulting company 𝐊𝐴𝐸. And now let's turn our attention to the biggest gainers and losers on the board by the mid-market session. Frontline shares that led the fall in today's session by lunchtime are online marketplace Redbubble and gold producer St Barbara, both falling above 5%. Another gold miner in the losers list is Silver Lake Shedding, which dropped 4% on the board. Other gold miners such as Northern Star Resources, Newcrest Mining and Evolution Mining have taken a hit of more than 2% each as gold tumbled around 1.5% overnight. A few stocks trading in green are investment firms Macquarie gaining above 5%, followed by Washington H. Soul Pattinson and California-based medical equipment company ResMed. Coming to the sectoral view, except for the financial sector, all of the 10 sectors witnessed selling pressure by lunchtime. Consumer staples lost the most with a 1.2% fall, followed by real estate and materials sectors, who both shed close to 1%. In the energy sector, crude oil prices fell on Tuesday amidst concerns about weak demand outlook in the US and Asia, leading to a fall in the domestic energy shares. Shares such as Woodside Petroleum, Santos and Viva Energy are all trading lower. Let's now turn our focus to shares that grabbed headlines today, beginning with multinational contractor CIMIC, whose shares soared on securing a new contract. The group's companies Broad Construction, UGL and Leighton Asia have been awarded contracts that are expected to generate an additional revenue of 145 million Australian dollars. All the projects under the new contracts are expected to be completed in 2022. Well, I do have a lot more updates to share, but let's take a very short break right now on 𝐊𝐴𝐥𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐞 TV.
Property by 𝐊𝐴𝐥𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐞. Looking for a dream home? Well, that may sound easy, but it isn't. And from looking for a property that is the right fit for you in terms of cost and other factors, to zeroing down on the right mortgage plan, there are various aspects to consider. And for the latest lowdown on the property market, tune in on 𝐊𝐴𝐥𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐞 TV with me, 𝐊𝐴𝐧. I will give the latest updates on the property market as well as real estate stocks to help you make the right decision. Keep watching Property with 𝐊𝐴𝐥𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐞.
Thanks for sticking with us on 𝐊𝐴𝐥𝐤𝐢𝐧𝐞 TV. I'm James Preston reporting to you live from our studios in Sydney, and you're watching the Mid-Market Commentary. We're discussing stocks that have grabbed attention today, and before the break, We were discussing how multinational contractor 𝐊𝐚𝐥𝐸 shares have soared on the back of securing some new contracts. But on the other side of the ladder, construction engineering company NRW slipped despite obtaining Mount Holland contracts. Its subsidiary, Primeo Group, has been awarded an engineering, procurement and construction contract for the Mount Holland concentrator project for Covalent Lithium. Under the contract, the company would be processing runs of mine ore at about 2 million tonnes a year. The run of mine ore means the ore can be mined and directly leached without any further processing. Moving on, in the shares of gold miner Westgold Resources slipped upon a guidance update. The company expects the production guidance to be achieved despite COVID-19 travel restrictions impacting staff movements in August 2021. Next, under the investors' scanner was Australasian funds manager of real estate and investment bonds, Centuria Capital Group, who acquired a Port Adelaide office building for 62.75 million Aussie dollars with an 11.1-year weighted average lease expiry. The company would be doing a fixed annual rent review of about 3%. Weighted average lease expiry is a metric used to measure a property portfolio's risk of going vacant. Moving on now to giant Aussie miner BHP, who has now contributed around 34.1 billion Aussie dollars to the Australian economy in the 2021 financial year. The company also spent around 100 million Aussie dollars on social media investments and paid around $4.5 billion to employees. Well, it's now time to wrap the show. Stay tuned with 𝐊𝐴𝐿KINE TV for more stock, business and economy related hot trends. Until next time, this is James signing off.